Well, hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to another episode of ETS2 Showcases, and today we are here in the brandy new 2021 DAF XF. It is a beautiful truck, and I'll go over some of the extra things I decided to put on this truck in just a second, but we are hauling gifts as part of the Christmas event here in Iberia in Pertoliano, or however you say that. I totally just butchered that, so I am very sorry. And we're going up to Seville, which again, I butchered that saying. Common theme here on ETS2, I tend to mess that up a lot. So when it comes to the DAF XF, the new 2021 option, of course, that got released with the 1.43 update and all that, or I guess just after that. But I've got, of course, the, I guess you could say, higher end trim of the DAF XF. It's all in the same windows where you would choose the XG and so on and so forth. But I've got quite a few nice options. Of course, you can do the cameras for the mirrors as well. I just sticked with the more traditional mirrors on there with the paint and stuff. But I did put a little buddy camera right in, kind of on the side, that little black wing you can see just below the windshield. That is actually just a little helper for looking down the side. And of course, I've got the safety window, which actually may come in handy because for those who've been around a while, I tend to hit things. And other than that, just got some extra aero bits. The side skirt obviously is all finished and stuff like that. And overall, it just looks really sharp. I do tend to like this truck a lot. So we got to try and get out here. So let's start up the new DAF XF. Of course, it looks the exact same as the XG and XG Plus because it is really the same model line, just the lower trim, I guess you could technically, I guess that's the main difference there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we got to get out of here. So let's go ahead and drive out of here. I'm going to have to swing around. I had to do some YouTube-esque stuff, meaning the thumbnail and adjusting lighting and making sure everything was just really nice to be able to see. So we have to kind of go through. This is actually where I picked up the trailer from, in that little bay there. So we have to swing around to go around because go around to the front because I don't think you can actually go around the back side of the building there. So let's go ahead and swing out of here. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I certainly am. It's nice to be back here on ETS2, and it's nice to be doing some of these more, I guess you could say, normal episodes again. Obviously, thank you all for the very kind messages and all the comments on the 1,000 subscriber special. It's still kind of sinking in, honestly, that we've managed to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's pretty incredible, to be honest with you. So thank you guys so much, and of course we surpassed that. Currently, as I speak right now, I'm in the process of the monetization stuff. I don't know how long it will take. To put it simply, my philosophy when it comes to the monetization isn't going to be a sudden influx of just ads every chance I get. That is not the point. One, it's not. And so you can. That's the little monitor, by the way. We'll pause just here for a second. That's the little monitor up there for the side view camera. Just really kind of handy. Anyways, the whole thing about the monetization for me is not to make it more, I guess you could say, annoying when it comes to the ads, because ultimately, because of the changes recently on the YouTube monetization policies, even channels that aren't monetized or part of the partner program, YouTube can play ads on it anyway. So I've noticed, and a few of you have actually messaged asking me, how are you already monetized? Well, I'm not. YouTube has already started playing ads and little pop-up stuff on some of my videos, or actually quite a few of my videos anyways. I'm not getting any chunk of that. I'm not getting any form of, I guess you could say, commission off of the ads, or I'm not getting any portion of it. So that's all just kind of going into YouTube's pocket right now. And really with the monetization, once I'm part of the program, I'll just get those portions of those ads. So really it's just up to whatever the standard stuff is. And in a way, it'll actually be better because, for example, on videos like Prime News, instead of having a playthrough ad at the beginning, if it's going to be an ad, I can restrict it to just being a pop-up ad, maybe one at the end, because normally there's a couple that YouTube wants to try and throw in there. So, long story short, I'm really going to try and make it a little bit more easier for you guys to watch the videos without ads showing up whenever. And I can also choose ad breaks as well, especially for these longer videos, which is really handy. So then if I do stop talking for a second, if YouTube seriously wants to put in an ad there, they can do so and no one will be upset. So that's the plan there. Obviously, I don't know actually how long this process can take. It can take anywhere from a few days upward to weeks. It depends on how how stuff has rolled along. But overall, thank you guys so much for the support and continued support. And I'm really excited ultimately to see where everything goes. But besides all that, you know, you guys, this Q&A seemed to go over quite well. I was happy. Obviously, next time I do a Q&A, I will have to try and figure out a better way for myself to be able to actually look at the questions. And I guess I wanted to look over that mirror, didn't really want to, but whatever, we're doing it anyways. Because there were some parts in it that was a little bit more difficult for me to try and read it, and obviously bigger pauses, and it's not a big deal. Gives myself a breather, gives your ears a bit of a breather, I guess you could say. But ultimately, it is just, it was nice to be able to get some of that stuff out, and it was nice to hear all your comments. I got a ton of lovely messages about how you guys enjoy the videos, and of course all the congratulations, so thank you very, very much. But getting off of that, because you've heard enough about that recently, actually, you know what, one more thing, I gotta do it just for the sake. For those who haven't already purchased or picked up or checked out the limited edition merch for the Prime 1K. It's in the top, the link's at the top of the description for the merch store. You can check that out if you want to. I'm not going to try and press you on it because that's just annoying. So now we can move on. ETS2 has had a lot of changes, my friends. Well, we've got the new MAN TGX Efficient Line 3, of course, in the game as well. So I'll be doing a video on that as well, but of course I really wanted to check out the new DAF XF first. That I've loved, for those who were here when I did the DAF XG and XG Plus. I really like the new generation, I guess you could say, of DAF products, and so I'm a fan of the XF naturally here. So I had to do it for this video, first time back, and of course with the Christmas event, just because I want to try and work my way through the 15 deliveries for the personal goal, because it is, of course, transferable, whatever, we're going with it, between the two games. So you can do a few deliveries on ATS and the rest on ETS2, or 50-50, or however many you want to do. And no matter the combination, you'll be able to just jump back and forth. So for example, this is actually my second delivery total in the Christmas event, because, well, the last video with the 1,000 subscriber special was the first one on ATS. This is the second one, and of course it updates properly in the ATS and ETS2 dashboard at the top of your home screen there. So we're all good in that sense. But it's nice just to kind of work my way through those 15 deliveries, because it is going to be a decent amount to do. But other than that, we've got a lot of news on the Heart of Russia DLC. It seems to be moving along quite nicely, to the point of which we're possibly getting closer and closer to the end portions of the creation of the DLC. Don't hold me on that. I have no extra insider YouTube knowledge, unfortunately, I guess you could say. But nonetheless, it is just it's really nice to see all the new screenshots. There's been a ton, most notably, of course, the logging industry and forest blog post that was just recently released, and it's really nice to see those sceneries. And it's going to be well, at least what it appears to be a bit of a contrast from Iberia. Of course, if we look at the Iberia map, of course we're here, there's a lot of more highway infrastructure. Now I think, I'm not sure, I do believe there is a lot of highways, of course, in this area, like Spain and Portugal and all that stuff, but in ETS2, it seems to be really more just all the connections are highway. You have some of the more country roads going here and there, but overall it's really just highway cruising to get anywhere, which, I mean, I guess is both realistic, but also there's always connecting roads in real life. It's always the way it is. But over for the Heart of Russia DLC, which I'm going to assume is going to be in here, maybe over, I honestly don't really know. Actually, I guess it'd be up here, because that's not even Russia, isn't it? I guess it'd be over here. It seems to be more of the country roads, a lot more of just the little towns, stuff like that. Of course, it represents what's in real life, but it seems to be a little bit more, I guess you could say, culture-ridden, a little bit more detail with the smaller roads, a little cross-country. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely more of a fan of that. I really do like the smaller country roads. I try and take them as much as I can. Ultimately, today I was trying to find a journey that would cut across some of the one of the couple country roads there, but it didn't. Not one that was within at least a decent time frame for a video. And just look at that XF, of course, with the Prime license plate at the bottom. Love that. Oh, good old World of Trucks. So you know what? It's just such an easy thing to do. Such an easy thing to do. Get all these fun events, all these free things constantly, and you get to customize your license plates in the different games too. Just as an added perk, because why not? just why not? But other than that, yeah, the Heart of Russia DLC is coming along quite nicely by the looks of it. Love all the updates on it, and as you can kind of tell, I'm a bit of a fanboy for the more country roads, and you know what? Whenever the Heart of Russia DLC comes, I will be certainly excited to check it out. So I haven't really done much, of course, on ETS2 since, well, actually, this is the first video at all. I was going to say I haven't done much since the 1.43 episode or update has come out for it. This is the very first episode on it. So it's in full release now, people, if you didn't know. If you haven't been around the channel to see any of the Prime news or around ETS2 for a while, or ATS, doesn't matter, 1.43 is out. As simple as that, and well, it's quite nice, to be honest. I'm really liking the new interior sound options or stuff like that, however you want to say it. It's really changed it for me. For example, this DAF XF. Now, traditionally, well, that's the word I'm looking for, the DAF XG and XG Plus, of course, runs the same line. It'd be the same diff when it comes to it'd be the exact same as for the sound installation value, I'd assume, between the XG versions and the XF. But it really does add a little bit extra volume, more realistic. Oh, we've come into Seville. Perfect. Seville? I think it's Seville, not Seville. Because I always found a lot of the trucks, especially in ETS2 and ATS as well, very, very quiet. And although I didn't mind it all the time, when it comes to doing certain things, it's nice to have some extra volume, to be honest with you. It's nice to be able to hear the truck and feel like you've actually got anywhere from, well, I guess a 200 horsepower to 1,000 horsepower engine in front of you. It depends on the option you choose, but it's nice to actually feel like I've got a truck in front of me, not just like a little. I'm not driving a Tesla truck. Not trying to shade a Tesla truck at all or anything like that. It'd be interesting if they come into ATS and or ETS2 at some point. That'd be very interesting. But it's nice for a actual fuel-driven engine to actually sound more like a fuel-driven engine. It's kind of, nice to have for the player experience. So I really am liking that. Of course, the ownable dumpers are always nice as well. I'm never going to really complain about that, even though I haven't really done too much on it. I did it in the beta on ETS2, I do believe. I know I did it on the ATS side, and I do believe I did it on the ETS2 side as well. But they're nice to have. And of course, there was the Leon reskin. That's where I was gonna. There we go. Prime's brain just kicked into gear there, people. I was gonna do this episode around Leon, France, but I got in. I wanted to check out the Iberia area because I know some of it had been updated. And I guess I'm going for it. Oh, they just kind of turned anyway. So whatever. I guess I'll do that. And I think I'm turning right. Oh, no, I'm not. Nope, I'm not going. I'm losing it. I'm looking at the GPS spinning and making my head spinning. Making my head spinning? Making my head spin. There we go. Again, words, not necessarily a strong suit today. But it looks like we're coming up to a delivery. Nonetheless, where was it going? Oh, yes, Leon, France. That's where I was going to do this episode. And then I just teleported to Iberia and went from there. So next ETS2 episode, I have it actually written down now, will be in Lyon, France. So we can check out the reskin there. And how lovely. You've got a loading ramp loading ramp, my word. Can't speak. Loading ramp on one side and a trailer on the other side we got to navigate. So this is going to be fun. I think we've got enough room to that trailer. And I got to remember these ETS2 trucks have a lot more rotation. And It's not a very long wheelbase truck either, which is quite nice. So we should be able to get in here quite nicely like that. So if we just follow it in, actually this is going to turn out really nice. Actually, I cut it a little short even. Wow. That's impressive actually. We're going to just move over then. If that's the case, let's see if we can get it. Oh, well, I'm not that close to the trailer yet because I didn't see it in my camera. But I am pretty close. So I'm not going to test it. Let's go back in reverse and see if we can get this thing turned and not just end up in the exact same place as where we were. Where's my little... There we go. Let's see. Get my eyes lined up with... What? My eyes lined up with my monitor? I'm looking straight at your monitor, bud. Okay. We're in the parking spot. We're calling it good. We're going to put the parking brake on so we don't roll anywhere. And I'm going to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of ETS2. It is nice to be back. What can I say? Lovely DAF XF. Just looks brilliant in this red. This metallic red is actually a stock red that comes with it. And it looks absolutely stunning, of course, with the accents of the black, some of the black trim. Although it may be plastic, it still looks really sharp, and with the white and the chrome. Can't complain at all. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.